Happy Labor Day.
Hey, it is a holiday day.
All right. We were just discussing this. So, Labor Day, holiday, working man's day.
That's right.
Take a day off, take a long weekend. What do you think about when you think about the Labor Day, the working man's holiday, or working woman's holiday?
Anybody who's been working all week, all year long, today's your day.
You're paying way too much in taxes.
That's right.
You know, just tired all the time. Super stressed.
Yeah.
What whiskey comes to mind when you think working man's whiskey?
Man, you know, to me, and again, my family history, a bunch of blue collar guys, it's a Jack Daniel's product of some sort. Immediately, first thing that comes into mind, because that to me is, you know, the skilled labor guys, the guys that are busting their asses, you know,
Yep.
Come home, have you a Jack Daniels with whatever. But that was the first thing that I thought of anyway.
Jack Daniels, I know you're a big Jim Beam guy, but we
I
were
like
talking,
a little Tennessee whiskey every once in a while.
But yeah, so we kind of thought, man, Jack Daniels, and we have drank.
We've done everything under their offerings.
We enjoy
almost.
some Jack Daniels. So you kind of cut your teeth in the whiskey game with the old number 7.
Yep.
And then as you and I and then Jay have kind of evolved this whole deal, and you've been experiencing some different things.
Corrupted me.
You've been trying some different Jack Daniels. One to include, you know, like, okay, so the twice barreled special release American single malt. This was a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't a working man's whiskey.
No, I don't think.
I mean, I guess since it's a Jack Daniel's product, I suppose it's a working man's whiskey. But these aren't these limited releases.
Yeah.
Probably not up your alley. So we've reviewed the 10, the 12. You picked up a bottle of the single barrel. There's a regular 94 proof for a single barrel.
Yep, one of my favorites.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Way better than the old number 7.
Oh yeah, in comparison, you know, Motley Crue made Jack Daniels look cool, but that's not good.
We've done some Jack Daniels Jack and Coke renditions on this channel before. Where what's better, the old regular
the premix,
the regular old way Grandpa used to make it, or this new fancy fad premix, can.
That was a good
easy.
day.
Yeah. So, but one thing that you have not ever had is the barrel proof version.
Woo! Lucky
and
me.
I thought,
oof.
It is still, I will still say, the Jack Daniels barrel proof single barrel still can be considered
Working
man's.
Okay.
Because they are about $60, which is not outlandish.
No, you can have that on a holiday.
This for a blue collar working man, this can absolutely be one of those Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthday, anniversary, kid's birthday.
Not like a Tuesday or Wednesday.
Or it could be that.
Maybe so.
Maybe you worked a lot of overtime that week.
Maybe so. Sometimes you need to go for that old friend.
Given the fact that you liked the regular Jack Daniel's single barrel at 94 proof, we thought we would see what you thought of it at that same whiskey.
At 132.
At 132 proof.
Oh, this is going to hurt. But yes,
how you feeling, Jimmy?
It's Labor Day weekend. We're at the end of it now. I put my liver through the ringer this weekend.
Well, we might as well send her out with the bang.
Apparently this is a nail in the coffin. Golly.
Yeah, so this is not... So I have another store pick, but I wanted just the regular... I didn't want a store pick version. I wanted...
Something you could get.
Something that... Because these are pretty accessible. Relatively, and they're going to be just the standard single barrel release that you can walk into and find. So that's why we're not doing a special store pick version of it. But
again, we're trying to celebrate the holiday. You know, shout out to all the guys and gals that are working, busting their backs,
and especially those working today.
Yeah. But you're probably getting time and a half today. We're drinking liquor for free.
I did short pour you, like I promised.
Yep.
When I told you the proof, you were like, "Hoo boy."
Hoo boy, yeah.
Case of the hoo boy.
We're not going to get that today. But I appreciate it all the same.
So let's say what you think. This is literally your first experience with the Jack Single Barrel Proof.
Smells like it's supposed to. It smells like a good Jack Daniels product.
It does. It's stuffy though.
Yeah,
we probably should open this.
Well, it's getting a little bit better all of a sudden.
I would never guess this was a Tennessee whiskey. It's stuffy.
You know what? It doesn't.
We're starting to get somewhere, but God,
It doesn't drink like it's 132.
that's the danger.
That's where we get
Muy
into trouble.
peligroso.
That's right. That's when we got to call the wives to come get us from the filming.
You say that like it's happened
Yeah.
before.
Always be responsible when enjoying a high-proof liquor. Don't drive yourself home.
So as this is starting to open up, you've already gone back for second sip. I am still trying to unplug this son of a bitch. It is just feels like there is nothing coming out of this glass.
Cut.
132 proof.
Sorry.
I might cut it. I don't know.
That was
I know the
unintentional.
editing guy, and he may or may not leave that in.
That was unintentional, but I got a little something in there.
Okay.
When you say stuffy, and you're trying to unplug it, what is that?
So, I mean, it just feels like it smells very one note to me. There is not a bunch of flavors that I'm getting coming out of this glass. And it is dark. It smells really rich.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot happening. And normally with Jack Barrel Proofs, there is a significant amount of flavor coming out.
Right. Yeah, this one's a little muted. I mean,
Not muted in that what's coming out is very pungent, like odor to me. It's just one note. It would be like a molasses type dark.
yeah.
Burnt toffee.
I was thinking you were probably, and we've said that about some of the other Jack products before. I mean, it doesn't deviate from the recipe too terribly far, other than it's just proofy as hell.
Man, that is really good.
It's damn good. We did a review earlier, and it is what you think it should be. I mean, it tastes like a Jack Daniels really good product, you know?
So, oftentimes people will say Jack Daniels banana. Do you get any type of banana?
I'm not, and that's the one fruit that I actually know, like what it smells like, and kind of all the other stuff.
Not a big grape guy.
I don't know all these other references, but no, I don't. There's no.
I'm not
like
getting.
You said, it's nothing's really jumping out to say, oh yeah, you get this fruit or this spice or whatever.
There's an oakiness to it. There's a definite barrel spice thing coming out.
Agreed.
I would say that it's very dark brown, meaning burnt toffee, molasses.
Yeah, I get the molasses thing, and that's pretty typical of their, at least in my approximation. But
there is a fruit, but I don't think it's banana.
I don't think so either. But I don't know. I mean, again, not a big fruit expert, but
the palate is exceptional. It's definitely oak. It's definitely oaky.
Yeah, you get
more oaky than I
Then
would anticipate.
You get the barrel. I mean, you can definitely tell that. Yeah.
It's a nice combination of what I would call a sweet and tannic oak. You get this sweet, I'll call it sweet honey oakiness. It's not quite as dark on the palate as it is on the nose.
I would agree with all that. It's opening up a little bit.
Yeah, I could see this one being exceptional in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Get a little oxygen in
Let it kind of
there.
marinate.
The flavors are here. They just need they need some air to it. It just, I thought for a second, and I'm sure it's just my mind telling me that there should be banana here because everybody on the face of the earth will tell you that there's banana in Jack, and I got it. My mind told me I got it early on, but
I don't.
right now it was almost like it was a here and gone. You know, so what do you think of? So at $60, working man's whiskey, Jack Daniels. To be honest,
it would be a special treat. I mean, you're not going to drink this high proof a lot,
right?
But in the spirit of the whole Labor Day weekend, what we're talking about, yeah, man, I'd buy it for $60.
I guess what comparison to what you know as their regular and old 94 proofer single barrels.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't drink a lot of this. I would love to have it, you know, on the shelf, but I like some of their lower proof offerings.
Yep.
The regular single barrel that's also like in the 50s.
Yeah.
One, it's a cool bottle. Two, it tastes like what I think it should, and it's way easier to drink the lower proof.
So you're talking more of the bottled and bond that we had.
Yeah, Jack Belize. Bonded obviously is one of my favorites.
Yeah. And then the bottled and bond, which we had in Belize. So the American version versus the travel version.
Killed them both.
Listen, I saw a TikTok where the guy said they were the same. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Time and place.
Because time and place. Because I can tell you that the Jack Bonded that I drink here
it was way different than the stuff we had.
Way not as good as what we had in Belize. That was a great bottle of whiskey.
Obviously.
But yeah, the regular single barrel at 94 proof. The night that we had that at your house.
That's one of my favorites out of the Jack.
And it's a badass bottle.
Again, I don't have a humongous collection, but I like to have stuff that looks cool, maybe has a good story to it. But man, I would definitely have this one. But hey, man, you got to go back to work tomorrow. You might as well treat yourself a little bit tonight, you know.
So I guess, you know, you can get you the 94 proofer for what, 40, 42, 44 bucks.
Something like that.
Something like that. This 60, 65.
This is your splurge. If you're a big Jack Daniels guy, I mean, I think it's good though. I would give it a thumbs up.
We ain't drinking long at 132 proof.
No, this was a taster.
But I short poured it.
We're gonna put it back on a shelf for another very
Unlike
special
what
day.
you did to me with that green red.
Well, I didn't know what I didn't know. I'm not good at measuring stuff. I'm not a skilled tradesman. I can't measure shit, apparently. So,
how's your work with the tape measure?
Nope, not good. Still has all those Sharpie marks right at 4.5 inches on it for some reason. Anyway.
Hey, anyhoozle.
So, this was an impromptu session. We missed Jay, obviously, the third wheel. You know, he's our kind of go-between, but wanted to shout out to everybody that's working hard. Like the video. Tell us what you think about what's your working man's or working woman's whiskey, you know?
Yeah. Obviously, you kind of came from Jim White label. You know, you kind of worked your way up from those $15 bottles. Old Crow. Old Crow all the way up. So, hey.
This has been a meteoric rise to where I'm at today.
Let us know. What is your opinion of the blue-collar working man or woman's whiskey? What are you drinking? What are you grabbing for that extremely affordable price? Obviously, we understand that this one is $65.
It's not affordable for everybody.
Not affordable for everybody, but you know, hey, the nostalgia is cool.
Absolutely. I can't drink Jack Daniels and not be happy.
All right, guys, thanks, and we will see you next time right here at Thin Blue Whiskey.